Hey everyone, and welcome back to Miss Azrael's Gaming. So we're going to jump back into Cyber Manhunt, and we're going to be continuing on with the next chapter, which if you remember from the last one, if you've seen it, it was a really dark, difficult chapter, to be honest. I mean, it dealt with some really heavy topics in that one, and, it was really just... It wasn't very fun, but I mean, I did enjoy the puzzles and stuff like that, but the story-wise, because it was so realistic, because that's kind of what this game is kind of centered around, being realistic, the darkness of humanity, stuff like that. It was a difficult chapter, so I'm hoping this one isn't as dark. If it needs to be serious, that's fine. Hopefully it's just not as dark as it was, but let's go ahead and continue. Like somebody's escaping a burning building. Oh, yikes. And maybe they didn't make it. Okay, November 5th. The evidence vanishes. Forgot I had to click. Okay, so we're logging back in for work. It's our boss.
Just received another urgent mission. Austin, the son of SEC's chairman, has been missing for 36 hours. We need to find him before the cops. Fiscal year 2021 will be over soon. Our financial report is under the scrutiny of many people. If we can do the SEC chairman a small favor, we can resolve such issues easily in the future. Do you understand just how important your responsibility is?
Yes, I do.
The cops are already investigating. We need to be ahead of them or everything will be meaningless. I already emailed you the target information. Let's get started.
Okay, so Austin's personal information. We must get to Austin before the police do. As far as I can tell, it's impossible for Austin to run away from home. First, he has a great school life. He's a very good student overall, and he serves as student council president. Second, at home, he seems to have a great relationship with his family members. I think we should investigate his relationship on campus and look into whether he was being blackmailed or the target of a jealous student. The following is some information about him. Name is Austin Hill. Okay, so we'll add that. Current school is Bolton High School. Okay, so let's see what they've got. Some new news here. So it says a few days ago, the police received an anonymous tip that someone was using video blackmail to compel women and commit crimes. After an investigation, those behind the mysterious business chain were revealed. The ringleader was a college student named Mace of Tooney, who, as president of the school drama club, used the auditions to coax girls. I was going to say chorus, but it's coax girls into making indecent videos. Later, he used these videos to blackmail them to commit crimes on his behalf. In addition to that, he was also collaborated with more than 20 hotels in Gauty where he installed cameras to make secret recordings from which he chose his new targets. And John Thompson, who died the other day on Mullen Road, was one of the hotel directors who colluded with Mason. John likewise used videos to blackmail women. They uploaded the aforementioned videos to their website and formed group chats in High Talk to make money. As of now, around 20,000 people have been registered on the site, and about 10 million euros have changed hands. It is reported that all hotels involved in the extortion ring have been shut down, and the website has ceased operation. The High Talk group has been disbanded, and all the people in charge have been arrested. The case is still in hearings. Okay, so this is the accident. So on October 29th, in the early morning hours, there was a tragic traffic accident on Mullen Road. A car suddenly careened into the guardrail and ran off the road on the way down. At the time of the accident, there were two people were in a car. I think they mean at the time of the accident, two people were in the car. The driver, a male, died at the scene, and the other, a female in a coma, was thrown from the car. She's been transported to a nearby hospital. The deceased man has been identified as John Thompson, a hotel manager, and the woman is named Sarah Smith. Detailed identities and the exact cause of the accident are still under investigation. So he had somebody. Sarah Smith, the woman involved in the Mullen Road accident, recovered early yesterday from a coma. After a day of recuperation, she's now stable. She has since revealed to the police the cause of the accident. A month prior, after arriving to Gauty, she stayed at John's hotel, where she was secretly filmed and later threatened by the hotel manager. On the day of the incident, Sarah was coerced into accompany the man to Mullen Road. On the way down the hill, she decided to fight back and grab the steering wheel, causing the vehicle to run off the road out of control. Good for her. According to the police investigation, John had also coerced another woman named Elsie, and it was Elsie who proposed the idea to go to Mullen Road. She planned to take revenge on John at Mullen Road. However, she was later persuaded by friends not to go through with it, which enraged John. In Elsie's stead, John violently forced Sarah to go, which ultimately led to this incident. When the police, while the police have been investigating a series of crimes related to John Thompson, Sarah's testimony has already seemed to confirm some of the suspicions. Okay, so that's what happened. We just knew he was in an accident. We didn't know there was another woman in the car with him, and she fought him off, which, go girl. And she killed him and caused the accident and killed him, and she's survived herself, so that's good. Okay, missing. Oh, Austin Hill. That's funny. A missing person notice? That doesn't have something to do with. Oh, it very may well. It actually came up with something. It says, breaking news: my daughter Sala, 18, has been missing for 3 days. She's a student at St. Carly Secondary School. She is last seen alone in Orbicy parking lot in Toronto. To find out more, check out Indie Puzzle Game keyword on Steam. Okay, so that's why they let that go. If you did not know, I did play Keyword. I have a video of it here on my YouTube channel. It was a really good game. I enjoyed it a lot. And if you'd like to check that out, be my guest. Please do. And, leave me a like. Okay, so let's see. I think this is him. Okay, so we have Austin Oss. His nickname. Here's his Toothbook account number. So on 10/23/2021, in the blink of an eye, a year as a student council president has passed. Okay, so that's evidence. And I want to thank all of you for your support and trust. Throughout the past year, our school has undergone a lot of changes, all for the better, of course. For this year's election, I hope that you will continue to support me, and I will strive to live up to your expectations by serving you better and holding more fun events. Together, let's make our campus incredible. Okay, so you've got to be this year's student council president. Of course, you're up for re-election. Who else can it be? That idiot Jim. 10/20/2021. Awesome. I got first place in the math competition again. I have to say my competitors were all really tough this time, so I'll have to work even harder. Haha. I mean, he seems like a nice kid. Wow, super cool. I heard that Prodigy from William High School was in the contest, but he got 1 point lower than you. Okay, he must have been careless. So 10/16/2021, after school at hockey practice, I saw a student vandalizing the hockey goal. It was Jim Jones. Jim Jones, like, drink the Kool-Aid Jim Jones? It's kind of funny that they use that name. I already reported him to the principal. Okay, so that could have something to do with him missing. Without a doubt, he'll have to face disciplinary action and financial losses. Although you really shouldn't post that on your social media. Like, that's going to get you in trouble if the guy did not know who told on him. He's got a face that's made to be punched. Jim must have darkness inside him. He always seems to have a lot of things running around his mind. 9/11/2021. I measured my height this morning and gained, and again, I've grown 2 centimeters. You're 6'2". Yeah, Captain, we're counting on you to lead us in the hockey tournament this year. 8/25/2021. On the way to school this morning, I saw that crazed Cyclops again. It looked like he wanted to get his hand on the girls. I couldn't stand it, so I ran him off again. Cyclops. Thank you, Austin. He scares the crap out of us. Don't be afraid. I've got you. Every time I see that Cyclops, I instantly want to grab you to give him a beating. Like, somebody with an eye patch? I mean, like, why are they calling him Cyclops? Okay, so we were able to get all that. Oh, look, this is about him. Son of the SEC CEO. So the car of the missing boy Austin found at Lake Murray, so 11/04/2021. The case of the missing boy Austin has received a lot of attention, and new findings about the case have just been released. This morning around 8 a.m., police found his car at Lake Murray. Unfortunately, there were no signs of Austin. However, a considerable amount of blood and burn marks were found in the trunk. The blood has been identified as belonging to Austin. That's not good. As for the evidence of Austin being alive, the police spokesman was unable to give a conclusive answer. Up till today, Austin's family has not received any indications of blackmail, kidnapping, or extortion. The causes of Austin's disappearance remain under investigation. Police have now cordoned off the area and have initiated a blanket search. Police are asking anyone for further information with the incident to come forward as soon as possible. Okay, so there was nothing on that. The Austin, that's about Holmes. Austin is playlist. It's probably nothing. Yeah. When it does that, we know that there is nothing left there. Okay, so I should be able to get some information on him, right? House number, telephone number, email, High Talk account, date of birth. Maybe not. I have his TB ID, but I don't think that helps me because I have to have something more relevant. Yeah, see, I don't have all that. Nothing for hacking yet, just checking and no phone. Okay. So let's search this kid here, Jim Jones. Nope. Gotta exit out of there. See what we find about him. Jimmy. Actually, we can use the nickname, can't we? Or can we not? Right, yeah, additional info. We can't use that as a different. Okay. Here's his TB account. Okay, 10/24/2021. I'm Jen Jones, and I'm running for the Student Council President of Bolton High School. My slogan is no more school bullying. Okay. I hope you guys have my back. No need to be embarrassed, alright? You really think you can compete with Austin? Okay. I can only support you on the down low. I truly hope you get elected. Maybe I won't get bullied after that. You're really brave. Thank you. I need your vote. Okay, 10/17/2021. If I run for student council president, will anyone support me? You got my support. Go for it. Don't fantasize about it, okay? Have you ever seen an idiot elected president? That's rude. True. Who's it going to be? What, that guy who's always bewittering? I don't know. 8/16/2021. I had fun today because I made a new friend. 6/15/2021. I have no clue. What did I do wrong? 5/2/2021. Mom and Dad are away on business trips, so as usual, I spent the whole day at home playing games. 3/9/2021. Mom and Dad are away on a business trip. I'm eating alone again. I'm sick of supermarket sandwiches now, so I've decided to branch out and cook for myself. How about a red wine steak today? I hope you didn't burn your parents' house down. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of comments. Obsessed with studying, science geek, Galty. Huh. We didn't get much information there at all. But we do have a nickname, but that's not enough. It's not enough to go on. Let's see. Did we get any more info? We did not get any more info. I don't think there's anything left here. Okay, I know it's been a bit since I played this game, but you'd think I'd still remember how to play it. Normally we get stuff like right off the bat. So I'm curious. Maybe there's something I missed on Austin's. I mean, you would have think that I would have seen it all. I don't think there's anything. There was nothing in that, and I went over that. Not there. Just kind of scroll through this, see if I missed something. Hockey, Student Council President Galti. I don't think I missed anything, because that's why I like to move the mouse over it. Can't use the picture. This is where we found out about Jim. Nothing new there. Nothing there. I don't... Yeah, I don't see anything. Let's see, Bolton High School. Maybe if we... What if we search that? Here we go. Okay, Austin is running for re-election to the office of Student Council President and has a good chance of winning. So there's some data. I'm glad I decided to look that up because I was like, where am I supposed to get stuff? Okay, a laboratory was renovated and installed with the latest equipment. The principal urges that more emphasis on teenagers' mental health is needed. Is Jim a dark horse? He's participating in the Student Council President election. Oh, excuse me. I took a drink and the carbonation got to me. Okay, so Bolton High School was established in Galti in 1999 and has remained the top 3 in Galti's rating over the years. It is regarded as one of the best high schools. Okay, and if you hear a snoring noise, that is my dog Snowy. She's sleeping under my desk right now, so hopefully it's not too distracting. Bolton High School is co-founded by Miss Mackie Kelsey. Okay, so we have another person here. And her husband, Mr. Salen Will. Miss Kelsey is a renowned entrepreneur in Galti and the chairman of the car company Kelsey. Over the years, she has demonstrated her passion for public welfare, focusing on the healthy growth of children. She has donated large amounts of money and school supplies to orphans on numerous occasions. She was appointed to the position of Public Welfare Ambassador of Galti in 2022. Miss Kelsey founded Bolton High School with her husband in 1999, a strong believer in learning through joy and growing up healthy. Bolton's mission is to help students receive a good education. Miss Kelsey has always stressed the importance of mental health of each individual child while also focusing on the academic performance so as to nurture a better future for them. Okay, so campus introduction. Bolton High School was established in the city of Galti in 1999 with the construction land area of over 70 square meters. The admission, graduation, and competition results in the past 3 years have remained in the top 3 in Galti. It is regarded as one of the best high schools in the city. The school ranks among the top in the country in terms of teaching performance to faculty and technology. Okay, so activities, AI painting robot. Okay, so that's something to do with Jim. Team leader Jim, team member Isabel. A highly intelligent AI robot that was replicate human creativity in painting. Upon receiving a verbal command, it will draw flowers, birds, fishes, insects, mountains, lakes, and creative artistic value. The volcanic eruption simulation. This one was done by Austin. Okay, so this is a science fair. Obviously. The team lead was Austin. The team member is George, Bill, and Marco. Recreating a volcanic eruption, the super cool simulation experiment allows you to feel as if you're at the site of a real volcanic eruption. It will pump up the adrenaline of thrill seekers. Then we have the MagV table lamp. Team leader Tammy, team member Ulysses, Aurora, and Antonia. Sound controlled desk lamp made by the principle of magnetic suspension. Beautiful and practical, no need to be afraid of the dark anymore. Campus mascot, Eagle wood carving. Team lead Dana. team member Mavis, Herman, Mortimer, and Brian. The campus mascot that took a lot of time and effort to make, the eagle carving. I hope to have the support of everyone. Then we have the micro seabed landscape, team leader Reagan, team member Rose, Renee, Hogan, and Timothy. It took 1 week to produce the micro seabed landscape. The attention to detail and the recreation process make you feel like you are at the bottom of the sea. Okay, so we got a little bit more information about them. Not enough to help, though. Okay, the BBS registration begins for the Bolton High School 2021 annual science contest. Okay, so that's what the boys are registering for by their projects that we saw. Registration time is 10/15/2021 to October 18th, 2021. Contest opens to groups only. Each group will have fill out the registration form to submit it to the director of the student council. The scientific project will be on display at the West Campus Pavilion on November 7th, and the final results will be determined by a combination of scores given by teachers and popular vote. Come sign up. Vivian, I don't know what inventions Austin will come up with this year, but I'm looking forward to it. Jim will also be participating this time. Hopefully he won't mess up like last year. Sign up is by group only. No one will be willing to team up with the nuisance Jim. Although Jim is a slug, his work last year was quite good, right? Haha, stop teasing me, a pile of scrap metal. He made a robotic arm which was destroyed by A, you know. Did you know that something's wrong in the West Campus Pavilion? Okay, so 2022 Student Council Presidential Election. Candidates who plan to run in the Bolton High School Student Council President election for the academic period of 2021 to 2022 who meet the eligibility requirements can fill out the electronic registration form and submit it to the principal's office by 1700 on October 29th, 2021. If you are dissatisfied with the election results, you can contact the principal to appeal. Austin will surely be re-elected this year. There's no point in watching. Austin will certainly be re-elected. I heard Jim will be running too. That nuisance, what a joke. Haha, this is honestly the biggest joke of the year. Jim wants to challenge Austin. Did you know that something happened in school yesterday? Oh. Somebody keeps saying that. Did you hear the news about Austin missing? So the police came to school today and asked me questions about Austin's whereabouts before his disappearance. Who knows where he went? I heard that he ran away from home. Perhaps he was kidnapped. His family has a lot of money. Maybe somebody took revenge. He's a really strong guy. Most people wouldn't be able to beat him up. Isn't his car parked by Maury Lake? Maybe he went to see someone. He can't be dead, right? Make sure to know those names. Campus Gossip, Campus Gossip, Cyclops the Phantom. Okay, so this is what was brought up earlier. There's a photo we can collect. Somebody saw the Cyclops, who was once bullied by Austin again, climbed the school's wall and left around 8 p.m. Okay, so is there anything? So yesterday I saw him trying to get around the firewall again. One time I went to the showroom in the morning. He suddenly ran out and scared the hell out of me. He's the boogeyman in the closet. Thankfully, Austin protected me last time. Otherwise, I would have been bullied by the lunatic. What about the fire? Was the school fire related to him yesterday? I'm certain of it. It must be true. He started the fire. The police is investigating. The truth will be unveiled. It seems that he has disappeared since yesterday. So is there anything I can add? No, doesn't look like there's anything useful. What's funny is we haven't had anything useful on photos since like the first the trial episode, if I remember right. For the most part, we just collect the photos. Jim's a coward. He's crying again. Haha. I heard that Jim Jones was trying to run for student council president. Let's not forget how easily scared he is. Haha. Oh, nice. They're hitting golf balls at him. I wonder who this kid is. This looks like it might be Austin. See if we can get anything off this. Like this kid. Nope. Such a coward, haha. Don't know why, but when I see him, I want to beat him up. So he didn't damage the public property. You fooled him. Who gave him the balls to run for student council president? Haha, this weakling is a disgrace to Bolton. Are you afraid of the principal seeing this picture on BBS? Perhaps the principal really is blind. Who cares about such a nobody? The principal seemed to ignore this kind of behavior. Yeah, because it would have been taken off the site. Jim participated in the student council presidential election. That stupid retard actually went to the home page of the campus network. It seems that he really wants to go against Austin. However, he will only humiliate himself. He's such a joke. So this episode's about bullying. It's only slightly less dark compared to the last episode. Wasn't George behind this? He tricked Jim into thinking that once he became the student council president, Austin will have to listen to him. He can even beat up whomever he wants. As long as Jim is faithful enough to his God, his wish will come true. What is the strange thing upstairs saying? What is the strange thing upstairs saying? He should just focus on his technological inventions. He's actually quite good in that regard. The painting robot sounds more awesome. Although this guy looks silly and odd, he is actually quite good at scientific and technology projects. How he looks has to do with anything. Have you guys heard of Barbie Saya's new song? The song Crime and Punishment is simply amazing. I've been listening to it for days. It's certainly a good song, but too bad it's only available on Gru Music. What a pain. It's standard practice these days for Barbie Saya's latest songs to be exclusively to Gru Music. Only on one platform, but still so popular. It's testimony to its quality. This song has been on top of the charts since release. Can it beat the previous longest number one? Poor Agnes, her song is number 2 again, always beaten by Barbie Saya. She is a blessed person. That's why she became an eye-catching star. I guess that didn't really have anything to do with it, but just thought I'd read it. All the information about Prince Charming Austin. Oh my god, somebody doxed him? So all the information on Prince Charming has been collected. Feel free to add to it. So we have his date of birth, which is 8/14/2003. We have his address, Liberty Avenue, height 190 centimeters, weight 75 kilograms, a personality outgoing, cheerful, righteous, and brave, skills and hobbies, mathematics, hockey, basketball, drums, grades outstanding, position, student council president, girlfriend preference, dark hair, big eyes, and tall. Favorite fruit is roasted chicken. And there's a picture of him. Thanks for sharing, Ha. Do you have the phone number of this Prince Charming? He's like Prince Charming. All the girls love him. How do you know what type of girls he likes? Hasn't he been chasing Isabel lately? Come on, he's just Prince Charming to your imagination. You don't really know anything about the real guy. True, he's probably a bully. My dog. Okay, so we have his birthday now. So now we can search him. So we have Austin Hill and his birth date. Here we go. Run the query. Okay, we've got all of his information now. His address, his account number, his high talk, and his telephone number. Alright, so now that we have that, we can crack into his stuff, probably his email. Austin Hill, A.G. Nickname is Austin Oss. Date of birth. Telephone number. House number. Crack. Okay, it's Hill 1103. I wonder if that's for his high talk or his email. Well, let's try both. We'll do high talk first. Okay, so Isabel, I want you to be my girlfriend. Okay, so he likes Isabel. If it's okay with you, let's make it official tomorrow. Come join my science team. Don't you think my volcanic eruption experiment looks so much cooler than that stupid inflatable doll robot? Why are you ghosting me? Who do you think you are? I had a great time with you tonight. Are you home yet? Well, that's weird. She doesn't respond at all. And then all of a sudden, she's like, I had a great time. Are you home yet? Okay, so Isabel texted Austin that night, said she had a nice date with him, and texted him asking if he got home. That could just be a setup. Because obviously she ain't interested. Right here, she did not respond once, and then all of a sudden she went on a date with him. And he responded with earlier before, why are you ghosting me? Who do you think you are? That's a little sus. Okay, so we've got George. Is Jim still working on that inflatable robot? Yeah. He's probably going to be pretty popular now. Why is that? Did you check the campus website? The painting AI robot he made looks pretty awesome. His project is now in first place, passing yours. A lot of people are praising his project on the forum. Do you think he's got a chance? Well, just looking at the tech project, it's more fascinating than your volcanic eruption experiment. Damn it, he must have copied someone else's work. How can an idiot like his, I think they mean an idiot like him, make something like that? The truth is he did make it. Oh, really? Then it'll have to be destroyed. What? Go get me a bucket of gasoline from your dad's place. Austin, you're an a-hole. You know, he has this projection of he's, Mr. Popular and he's really a nice guy and all this other stuff. But behind closed doors, he's another jerky person. What are you planning? Cut the crap, you've done this before. My dad almost killed me after the mess we made last time. Give me a break. Can't you go buy some at the gas station? You piece of crap. Didn't I take care of everything last time? So he makes other people do his dirty work. Stop wasting my time. If you don't want your dad to get fired, you'll do as I say. You should know my dad can get a new driver at any time. One word from me and your dad will lose his job right away. So you better not mess with me and just do what I say. Fine, just don't be too impulsive. I just want to teach him a lesson. Go get it now, and I'll see you at the school gate. Where were you these days? Will you go to watch the scheduled game next week? If you don't reply to me, I will go to gym. Now we have somebody named Tennyson. I saw you and Isabel in the garden yesterday, and you knocked over her lunchbox. I was a bit impulsive, and I apologized to her. Your confession of love was rejected. She must be blind. She said she likes Jim. Oh. Maybe because he's actually really a nice person. Haha, really? Now you know why I was pissed off, right? I felt insulted. Why do you care about that one stupid girl? Besides, there are plenty of girls after you. But I just want Isabel. It feels too good to take away something that someone else treasures. True. It seems that Isabel's the only one who talks to Jim. I heard she joined Jim's science team. Oh, I bet that ticked him off. She must have lost her mind. Okay, so that's all we have for him. Now let's see if his email... I'm going to copy it. I don't want to have to type all of that. Wait, no, I don't want that. Nope. And then we'll try this password. It was the same. Okay. So about your final exam, yes, you may come to my office this afternoon to check it. Okay, so the principal leaked the final exam questionnaire to Austin ahead of time. So can I have this final exams questionnaire in advance as well? Are you kidding me? Well, I feel so honored to have Mr. Hill's sponsorship. My phone number is 221-3282-4301. Miss Kelsey, I have talked to my father about the school's labs renovations and equipment purchase, and he agreed to donate money. Oh, so because Daddy has money, little Austin gets to do whatever he wants, and everybody kisses his butt and gives him what he wants. His assistant, Harry Swift, will be in contact with you about details. Send me your phone number. So we have the teacher's phone number. That means we can get more information about her. Okay, so that's the questionnaires. I will feel honored to have. Okay, so that's... And we looked at that one. Nothing in the trash. Okay, no hacking yet. I just want to check. We can call her. But before I do that, I want to look her up. Because more than likely, we're going to have to kind of keep her on the phone. Okay, so Mackie C. Toothbook account. Education charity, high school principal, Galty. So 9/12/2021. To paraphrase the famous educator Oh, I'm not even going to try. Sukhomlinski. The earlier a child begins to read, the more developed the thinking process becomes when reading, which leads to great intellectual development. Love and companionship are the most precious gifts that every parent can give a child's childhood. Okay, 8/2/2021 is my deepest aspiration that every child on our campus will thrive in an atmosphere of love and caring. 6/11/2021, what an honor it is to be interviewed by Family EDU today. Firstly, I'm grateful for such recognition and acknowledgement. It has always been my idea that child development is directly in line with the future of one's country, so we should have a heavy responsibility. We do not neglect the growth of a child, and I find joy in every challenge they pass. Okay, so nothing really there. Oh, let me see. I can't copy that. Let's just paste it in there. I wanted to see if there's any other. I'm assuming this just leads to the school page. Nothing there. Okay, and nothing there. Okay, so let's go ahead and luckily, we can use the phone number to get all that information. There we go. We're going to add it all. Okay, we should be able to get her, I'm assuming, email. Go. Okay, we have Kelsey 9669. Okay, so dear Principal Kelsey, hi, please be on the lookout for a possible fire. This is not a prank. George Rogers. Okay. Oh, so that's that one kid. Okay, dear Principal Kelsey. Hi, I'm Isabel Outlier. The new transfer student. In the past few months I've been here at school, I found that our student council president, Austin Hill, is not the well-mannered student everyone thinks he is. As a student council president, he bullies classmates and uses his power to dominate those he doesn't like. I don't think he should be allowed to continue to run for the student council next year. Oh, and there's a picture. Oh, nice. He tapes people's heads. That looks like Jim. Here's a picture that's been circulating around school lately, and I hope you can believe me. His father, the chief of the SEC, makes it really easy for him to get student support. If he gets reelected, all those who have been bullied by him will be doomed. So finally, I'd like to make a request. I hope you can disqualify him from running for student council president, Isabella Altier. I don't know how to pronounce that. Okay, so let's see. Anything to click on? That's George. Okay, so here's sent. Dear Isabel, I was quite concerned after reading your letter, so I asked some students' impressions about Austin, but the result doesn't seem to support what you found. Most students seem to like Austin. As for the picture you saw, that was nothing more than a misunderstanding. It was just a friendly joke among the students. The school's policy is the student council election should represent the votes from students, and the principal shouldn't interfere. I believe he wouldn't have the support of so many students if they didn't like him. From what I can see, he's a nice young man, and I hope you don't discredit your classmates just because of the personal likes and dislikes. Wow. Really? Really? Okay, so we have this one done. Where did Austin go? Okay, so what happened before Austin's disappearance? Shield. He likes her. He controls him and hates him. Browby? What does Browby help? There we go. I don't know how I missed that. Okay, so please click on the images to view the details of each event. Sort them by chronological order. Okay, so Jim was bullied by Austin for a long time. Austin confessed his love to Isabel but got rejected. Austin knocked over Isabel's lunchbox. Austin planned to mess with Jim in the exhibition hall tonight. George wrote to the principal to keep an eye out for a fire. Jim ran for the student council president. He was against bullying. Isabel joined Jim's science team. Jim created an incredible science project. Austin demanded George to bring him some gasoline. Okay, Jim was bullied by Austin for a long time. That's probably one. I think that one. And then this one. Then that one. And this one because it followed after the rejection. So after the lunchbox would be this one. This one. Then that should be right. So in that order, before disappearing, Austin most likely went to... Austin went to the exposition hall to set fire to Jim's project the night he disappeared.
Looks like on the night Austin disappeared, he went to school with the gasoline to find Jim. And then he was gone. Something must have happened in between. Perhaps we could pose as the assistant of Austin's father, Harry Swift, and call the principal to see what she knows.
Okay, now we can call her. Okay, but before we do that, I want to do a search on these two. Okay, there's his nickname. His toothbook account. Oh, Cuisine Glutton Galty. So 11/2/2021. Seriously, the volcano experiment is kind of a kid's game. It's like a kindergarten toy compared to Jim's painting AI robot. I'd like to be on Jim's team if he's shorthanded. You send these things not afraid of being Austin to see it. I think they mean not being afraid that Austin's going to see it. Don't worry, how come the noble Austin will pay attention to my toothbook? 10/11/2021. Hungry. 9/15/2021. I hate my dad's job. The worst part is that I have no say in what I do just so he can keep his job. 7/16/2021. Starving to death. 7/3/2021. I'm starting to wonder if I can be a good person. It's like I'm gradually losing my humanity. I don't want to be his pit bull. 6/21/2021. Not quite stuffed. 5/12/2021. I really hope my dad can change his job or get transferred to or just transfer me to another school, but neither of that is going to happen. Okay, not much there. Don't think this has anything to do with it. Not that. Okay, so now we're going to look up Isabel. I cannot pronounce her last name. Atueli? Maybe? I don't know. Hopefully I spelled that right. There we go. So she's Isabel AAA. World Peace, Raven-haired girl, Galti. Based on the user's privacy settings, this content is only visible to friends. Okay. So we're going to have to hack her toothbook at some time. Which we can't get any of this stuff because we don't have anything. So we'll go ahead and we're going to call the principal.
Hello, who is speaking?
I'm Harry Swift, the assistant of Austin's father. You recall we've been in touch before.
Mr. Swift. Yes, we met once. I knew it was you as soon as I heard your voice.
Sure you did.
I just finished speaking with the police. I'm arranging to have someone cooperate with the police. So, what's this call about?
Mr. Hill's quite anxious about Austin and asked for his call. You were headmaster.
Me?
Seems to be hiding something,
Why
understandably.
would I do that?
This has him quite upset.
Last time when Mr. Hill came to me, I already told him everything I knew.
Oh, are you so certain? Probably about the fire. Isn't there something about the fire you're forgetting?
This has nothing to do with Austin's disappearance. Do you understand?
No, I don't understand. I think you know the full consequences of Mr. Hill's disappointment.
You should know.
It's not your call to say whether it has anything to do with Austin's disappearance or not.
Me not to discuss matters related to the case with unrelated people.
Well, that's rude. I am related. Okay, you better think about what's best for you. Threaten or lure? I don't think we want to threaten her because I feel like we won't get far if we do that. Let's try lure. Mr. Hill mentioned that he will turn a blind eye to your attempt to cover up.
Forgive my earlier slip of the tongue. As Austin's father, Mr. Hill is the first person who should know about this case.
It says if you help Austin get Austin back, you'll donate an additional $500,000.
We're not hiding anything
for the year.
Yet, I can say there was a small and insignificant event. The Science and Technology exhibition caught fire the night Austin disappeared. I concealed it from the public because I was afraid that this would have an effect on the school's enrollment for next year.
Is this the cause of the fire? Is the cause of the fire known now?
But according to firefighters, there was a strong smell of gasoline at the scene and evidence of arson.
Firefighters, so someone called the police.
Yes, it was a student named Jim Jones who called. It was after 9 p.m. Jim was the only student who was still at the school. Alas, he didn't spot the culprit.
Okay, well, you can give me his contact information. I have something else to ask him.
Let me see.
I like that she's so willing to give it out. Like,
His
seriously?
number is 204-6636-808.
Okay, thanks for your assistance. Goodbye. Okay, so I'm sure we've got some kind of information in here, so let's kind of just scan over it. Oh, exhibition hall caught fire. Smell of gasoline at the scene and evidence of arson. Okay, the only student who stayed at the school. He didn't spot the culprit. And then we have his phone number.
I just can't believe Principal Mackey tried to cover up the fire incident to protect the school's reputation. With respect to the fire incident, Austin could be responsible. And his target is Jim. We need to investigate Jim. We may find new leads.
Okay, so now that we have Jim, we can go to the database. Okay. Got all of his information. Doesn't have an email though. Okay, now that we have that, we should be able to crack. Sure I didn't have too many J's in there. There we go. Crack it for his password. Okay, it would be for his high talk. Okay, so Isabel, did Austin bother you again? He flipped my lunchbox. Why did he do that? I denied his love. And he got Betty and others to mess with me. Is there anyone else in the world who can give him a lesson? Maybe I should go to China and study Kung Fu, or I can make a robot that fights for me. You're silly. How is it? It's okay. I've taken some medicine. It's better now. Nobody will notice it, right? Not a chance. No one will see it when I cover it with my clothes. Besides, it's not going to affect me much. Don't worry. Really? It won't be a problem, and we've got more important things to do than worrying about my injuries. Let's go through the script one more time. You have to get it word for word. We'll be doomed if we don't take care of those things. Isabel, I've never been so freaked out. I'm not a great liar. Cheer up, Jim. We're not going to ruin our lives on account of that bastard. We must rehearse the script again. Okay, so obviously something happened. To make sure we are on the same page before the police question us. Okay. Where were you the night Austin disappeared? I was in the exhibition hall sitting at my tech project, the painting AI robot. What time did you get there and when did you leave? It was from 6 to 8 p.m. I felt hungry halfway through, so I went out to eat. When I came back, I found the hall on fire. No, don't say too much, otherwise the police will be asking more questions about the fire. Just simply answer. Let's try it again. What time did you get there and when did you leave? 6 p.m. to a little past 9 p.m. Good. Did you see anyone or do anything, or did anything happen during that time? I went out to eat halfway through. When I came back, I saw the hall on fire, so I called the fire department. You did well, Jim. What time was it? 9 p.m. Did you see anyone else at the school last night? No, I didn't see anyone there. Good. That's right. Remember all your lines, and remember, don't mention me or Austin. I'll tell the cops that Austin and I went out that night, and he took a little call halfway through and left at 9:30. After that, I went home by myself and sent him a message, but he didn't reply. Oh, so maybe she lured Austin and they did something to him. But wouldn't that make the police suspicious of you? They'll think you're the last person to see Austin. Don't worry, they have no evidence. As long as we hold on tight, they won't be able to find anything on us. Do you think the cops will abuse us? No matter what happens, we can't tell the truth or we'll be screwed. Jim, be strong. Okay, I'll follow your plan. Okay, so then we have somebody called Elvis. I went by the school around 8 p.m. last night, and I think I saw Austin's car parked outside the school. He didn't set that fire, did he? I don't know. I didn't see him. Oh, he's talking to George a lot, too. Jim, do you want to beat Austin? Hey, I'm asking you something. You're just like him looking for an excuse to beat me up. Yes, I'm with him, and I'm not. I also want to beat him, but I can't. I have to follow him and do what he says, including bully me and hit me with a hockey puck, right? And I'll keep doing the same in the future. Because my dad is Austin's dad's driver. With his disabled left leg, it's really hard for him to get a job. Every time I go against Austin's wishes, he threatens to fire my dad. So what? What do you want me to do? Maybe you could try running for student council president. I know you've got a great mind for tech, so why not use the technology competition to get a little recognition? Is that okay? Austin's going to get back at me twice as hard. Do you really think you won't get bullied if you don't do this? If you succeed in running for student council president, maybe everything will be different. You can bring everyone together to stand against bullying. Let me think about it. Okay, so Dad, could you buy me that copy of Science Journal for me?
Are Isabel and Jim colluding on their testimony? Looks like we are in the right direction.
Boss, you're a little late. That was a conversation I read a while ago.
I think you can try hacking Jim's mobile phone.
What does this
it
have
may
to do with
have
his
what we
dad?
need.
Okay, for me, the one I talked about last time. My exam ranking is 3 spots better than last time. Jim, I'm in a meeting we'll talk about later. Just focus on your studies. Dad, I want you to join the school science contest and make an AI-powered robot. I need that edition of Science Magazine to figure out how to do it. That's enough fantasizing. I don't think you could actually make it work at your current level. You have to start working on more realistic projects. Okay, so then we have Mom. Mom, are you busy? Yes, Jim, you know, I'm on a business trip today, and I'm about to board soon. Well, I've got to go. Study hard, Jim. All right. Okay, so we've gotten all that, and now she says we could probably hack his phone. Okay, so based on the intel obtained from hacking, what information might be of interest to the target? Good lord. This is a no talking day. What would be science related stuff? So we're doing another phishing link. Okay, enter the phone number. Confirm. Latest project with Isabel. Goofy. Fast food. Space Wars. Reminder for me. Okay, we've got to hurry. I don't really have time to read this stuff. Oh, God. How do I... Okay, that's not the correct pattern. I thought that was going to be the pattern because that's what I saw on the screen, I thought. But let's look through this. Okay, so how long does it take for someone to burn to death? That's scary. Okay, nothing there. Favorite address, trip guide. Okay, I only need one more, which I believe is going to be behind that cover up. I don't see anything there. Double check this shopping. Double check map. Okay, nothing's coming up. Probably nothing in settings, but we'll just check to be safe. Oh, Wi-Fi connection. Enter the password for Jim. Oh, I don't know. Okay, nothing there. Okay, science, technology, glimpse. Like I said, I can't read this. Can't read this. 111111 is a bunch of passwords. Maybe that's his password. Ham, Jim, there's one password. Is my birthday. Okay, message from Jake. Okay, that was the Wi-Fi connection, I guess. So his birthday. Oh, God. Maybe it doesn't have the dots. I'm panicking. Okay, we connected to it. I don't know what that does. I don't know what that does at all. Let me look at the photo again. Reminders for me. Okay, no. Got it. Finally got it. I just trained Z's different ways. Children's Day. National... come on. Isabel's birthday. 18th birthday. Is that really the last clue? Ham's after school. Halloween costume. Okay, let's exit. Okay, we got her birthday. So now we can search her. God, it took me forever to get that Z. I was panicking so bad. Okay, so now we can crack hers. So again, no email, but we know that she's locked her tooth book, so we probably have to get into that. And we've also got her high talk thing here. Come out of there, please, so I can close you. Thank you. Okay, we should have enough for this. Go. We can crack it for her password. Now we should be able to get into her high talk and maybe even her tooth book. I'd like to try to get into that as well. Okay, we've only got one from somebody named Jennifer. Party at my house tonight, UN. Andy and Calvin will be there too. Address is 307 Notting Street. I really wish I could, but I've got something to do today. Andy and Calvin live pretty close to you, don't they? Yes, and George, we're all neighbors. Okay, so Jennifer, our neighbors. George and Jennifer, neighbors. Maybe this information can be used to get George's house number. Okay, so George lives in the 4th house of Andy's, and Andy's lives in the 9th house north of Calvin, and Calvin's place is the last one on the street. I live in the middle of the 3rd house north of Calvin's. God, that's like a tongue twister. Huh, I bet you could figure out where each of us lives by doing the math now. Well, anyway, I really don't have time tonight. I promised Jim I'd help him with his tech project. Okay, wow, that painting robot? Yes. It's freaking cool. I'm looking forward to seeing it in action. Thanks. Okay, so we didn't get much there. Let's try tooth book. See if she uses the same password. does. Thankfully, all these people used the password for the same thing. Okay, so 11/05/2021. As one nightmare seemed to end, it became the beginning of another nightmare. 11/02/2021. Jim's sweet, but few know him well. Some think he's a bit of a clown, yet truth be told, he's actually quite sharp. The painting AI robot he designed is particularly interesting. It's hard to believe that it was done by a Seoul high school student. He's so He's a vivacious reader, reading a lot in his spare time, which gives him the knowledge base to support his projects. I hope he will step out of his comfort zone and let others get to know him. He can grow. Okay, 11/01/2021. Austin came to me today while I was having lunch in the garden. Right to his face, I said that I don't like him, but surprisingly, he asked me if I liked Jim. I told him why not. Jim is 10,000 times better than him. Seconds later, his evil side took over and threw my lunchbox to the ground. It was awful and scary, but I wasn't frightened. He finally showed me his true face and that evil look in his eye. It felt like he wanted to kill me, but soon he calmed himself down and apologized to me. Earlier, I was confused, though. It wasn't long until I realized that he had gone to Betty to get sympathy. Betty immediately brought over some of his admirers to mess with me. From this, I clearly know that Austin tapped phone call records. Jim's phone recording. Okay. Austin doesn't like me at all. What he loves is his honor and his reputation, and he finds too much joy in hate and violence. 10/31/2021. Today, Austin confessed his love in high talk, but I didn't say anything back. I just can't stand fake people. You know, those who say one thing and do another. Sometimes he's particularly radical. If you don't agree with him or do things that he doesn't like, there might be retaliation waiting for you. The day before yesterday, George mentioned that there was once a girl named Julianne who turned away Austin's love. She ended up really bad off. Okay, so 10/30/21. I hate this school. The principal covers up for Austin no matter what he does. Everything he does is right. All the terrible things he does, bullying and insulting others, it's all wiped under the rug. 10/28/2021. I've got no books left to read these days. I've read all the famous detective novels, so maybe I should try putting together one of my own. 10/26/2021. Today they bullied Jim again. The worst part is no one could do anything about it. Everyone chose to stand on the sidelines. They didn't want to get in trouble. Austin's such a sneaky liar. He demanded that George hit Jim with a hockey puck. And that's when Jim broke the goal. He was just protecting himself, but instead he accused Jim of vandalism, and the principal even believed it. Now Jim's got to pay for the repairs. It would be amazing if Jim got elected as student council president. 9/12/2021. Recently, I read a whodunit called The Concealment. This is probably going to lead to how they did it. It was fantastic. The two criminals rebuilt the timeline of the day of the crime through spatial recognition, which created a non-existent timeline. This let them provide each other with an alibi for the time of the murder. In fact, the timing of the victim's murder was obscured. Even if the police figured out the truth, the lack of evidence to support has left them running in circles. 8/15/2021. Today I transferred to Bolton High School, so it's a fresh start for me, and I'm going to go with the flow. Okay, so we've got a few new things from that. Let's go ahead and check out if I can get to it. Close that. Okay, so attached is Jim's phone recording. Chat with Isabel.
Isabel, have you seen the BBS campus?
No? Is there something you want to tell me about it?
Someone took a photo of Cyclops there that day.
What are you talking about?
Someone took photographs that night. The place was on fire. Cyclops was there.
So he might have seen Austin with us that day?
I don't know if he saw it, but what if he told the police?
Don't be afraid. It wasn't us who killed Austin. He let himself suffer. It's not our fault. No matter what, don't panic. Cyclops was acting crazy all day. The police won't believe a lunatic's words. Jim, going back to what we discussed earlier, can you still do it?
Yes, I can do it.
All right. But don't scare yourself silly. Bye.
Interesting. Okay, so let's go through this. I know I saw a couple red things, but I wanted to let it go through first. Okay, so he might have seen Austin with us that day. Okay, so it looks like it might have just been one thing in this. I'm not seeing anything else. So how long does this take? Okay, so from Jim and Isabel's text messages, the Cyclops might have seen the truth. So who the hey is the Cyclops? We need to get more information on Georgie here. So we can call Isabel. We've already hacked Jim's phone. Oh, we have what happened to Austin, so that's all cleared up. Let's check this out real quick before we make the phone call, just in case this opens up something else for us. Okay, so can the approximate time of the fire be figured out with the existing clues? Let's see, what... I'm thinking... it's 8 something. That it's like 8 p.m. The photo of the Cyclops being witnessed indicate the time was the start of the fire in the exhibition hall. Yeah. So Jim, like, waited a whole hour to call the police. Who might have been in the exhibition hall when the fire started? Jim, Isabella, and Austin. Though through Isabella, we learned that she was most likely in the exhibition hall with Jim the same night Austin returned to the school exhibition hall to set fire. So try to figure out how the fire happened in chronological order. Okay, so Jim and Isabel stayed at the school to set up his project in the exhibition hall. Jim was the only one on the scene when the fire trucks arrived. Austin went missing after the fire. His car was found at the suburban lake. Jim called about the fire at 9 p.m. Austin returned to school intending to burn Jim's science project. Around 8 p.m., a fire was lit in the school exhibitions hall. Well, I think this one goes last. Or maybe that one would be... No. I think Austin would be, and then Jim is probably the next one. Jim and Isabel, I believe that's the first one. Then Austin returned to the school. Then around 8 p.m., yeah, so those basically bound us into place. Okay, so the fire started around 8 p.m. The firefighters weren't informed till 9. Jim and Isabel were both at the scene, but why Jim was the only one there when the police arrived? Austin went missing after he started the fire. Why was his car at the suburban lake? Well, Isabel probably left, so what's the truth behind all this? Austin fled after starting the fire. Austin was injured when setting the fire. Jim and Isabel's experiment went awry. I think Austin was injured. Or he could have fled. I mean, I can click either one, to be honest. But I think he was injured. And I would be correct. Austin may have had an accident when setting the fire. He may not be alive. Okay, so he could have set himself on fire.
If something really happened to Austin, Isabel must know the truth. The most important thing now is to find out from Isabel what really happened that night. Let's pose as cops and question her over the phone. See if she will crack under the pressure.
Okay, so now we're going to call her. Makes sense. I'm glad I didn't call her. Although if I would have called her, it probably would have said it was busy. So let's go ahead and call her.
That's me. Who is this?
Hello, is this Isabella Atuel? This is Detective James from the Galtee City Police Department. I've got some questions related to the Austin kill. Okay, seen Austin for the last time about the night of November 3rd, Austin Jim. Probably the seeing him for the last time. To start with, when was the last time you saw him?
Let me think. It was November 3rd. We had a date that night after school.
What time was your date exactly?
It was from about 7:30 until 9:30, I think. And he drove off in a hurry after a phone call.
Are you sure about that? Based on your current information, that doesn't seem to be the case. Or based on our current information. Refute chatting history. Jennifer, refute his phone call, no history. Refute Austin's car was at the school. Yeah, it was still at the school. As confirmed, have been seen in front of the school around 8. However, according to you and him, should have been on that date.
I didn't make that clear. After school, I went home first, and I didn't see him until 8:30 p.m. I don't know where he was before that.
Yeah, when you're stuttering that much, So the explanation doesn't seem to fit the facts either. If you're stuttering, you're probably lying to me. Okay, so Quash, Jim admitted he was with you. Quash, Cyclops saw you at the school. Austin asked George to get some gasoline. Probably the whole Cyclops thing, because that's what her and Jim talked about. Cyclops told us he saw you and Jim together that night.
Besides, Cyclops is a lunatic. How can you believe that madman? I was on a date with Austin. I was the last person to see him.
Okay, if he's a lunatic, then there's no way he could describe everything in such detail. Alright, I knew I was forgetting something. He also mentioned that he saw you got burned. Left arm, left leg, right arm, right leg. I think it was her. I wish I could look at that. I think it was her left arm. I think it's the left arm. It's the left arm, isn't it? Burns don't easily heal and symptoms vary depending on the cause. All we need to do is go to the hospital and have it examined. Then we'll be able to determine if you got it from gasoline. If you weren't there, how did you happen to get burned by gasoline?
Because it was Austin. He wanted to burn down the exhibition hall, and we were there trying to stop him.
Why didn't you just say that?
We didn't expect to get gasoline onto himself. When we found the fire extinguisher and came back, he was already dead. His father is so powerful, he won't let us go.
Oh, so probably they fought with the can and he got some on him, and then when he set everything ablaze, he ended up lighting himself on fire. Question forcefully. Let's comfort her. I feel like that'd be the best bet. So you didn't kill him, but you did decide to hide his body, right? If you can just tell us what actually happened, we'll clear your name.
Really? As long as I tell the truth, you'll believe me.
Yeah. Of course, you can trust me. I swear on the GCPD that if you tell the truth, I'll clear your name.
Jim and I split the job. I was in charge of driving the car to the lake, and he was in charge of erasing any trace of Austin. After that, he set another fire and called the police. But hiding the body and covering it up was all my idea. Jim just did what I told him to do. He was a victim all along.
Where did you hide the body?
We drove his car to the mountain behind the school and buried his body there.
What? You could have just come out and said what happened. Whether his dad was rich or not, there is, forensic evidence, and they would have gathered from that. Okay, thank you for your cooperation. We'll just go confirm everything you've said. Okay, so I'm sure there's probably some stuff here. Probably from what she said. Let's kind of highlight over it. Probably more so. There we go. He wanted to burn down the exhibition hall. He was already dead. Although, if they went to go get the extinguisher, it doesn't mean that he died from the gasoline. Okay, Jim and I split the job. And buried his body there.
Unfortunately, the worst case scenario really happened. We need to think about how to break the news to Austin's father. He's going to be heartbroken. Your mission is completed. You may choose to submit or continue to collect other information that may interest you.
Well, we technically still have the school scandal, and we haven't found everything else on George. So, let's see. Okay, so his house. Okay, so that was in his high talk. There was something about getting his number. So let me go back to this. Let me. Okay, George lives in the 4th house south of Andy's, and Andy lives in the 9th house north of Calvin. And Calvin's place is the last on the street. I live in the middle of the 3rd house north of Calvin's. Let's see. George lives in the 4th house south of Andy's, and Andy lives in the 9th house north of Calvin, and Calvin's place is the last one on the street. 3rd house north of Calvin, so 307. Okay, so it has to be a 3. Because they all live in the same area, from what I'm gathering. So I think it would be... I think it's 305 or 309. It's one or the other. Okay, so we'll try both. Okay, it's not 309. I don't want to have to type that again. Let's try 305. That was it. There we go. Okay, so now we can search him, and this is going to have something to do with the scandal, probably. So... Oh, wrong thing. Crack. Oh, good. I didn't spell it right. I was worried I wasn't going to spell it right. Go. And then probably his tooth book, I would think. Though we have his high talk too, so maybe let's try that, and then we'll try his tooth book. Oh. Okay, so Isabel and him talked. You're fearless. I can't believe you turned down Austin. I told you about Ian, didn't I? I'm afraid of him. I'm not afraid of him. All he can do is get those girls to mess with me. I won't give in to someone like that. You can't imagine how bad he is. You don't get to say that. What you guys do is a team effort. Personally, I don't want to do all the bad stuff. I have no choice. You've got to believe me. Julianne, the girl who rejected Austin last time, he burned her face with gasoline during school day. If you don't believe me, then check this out. So if breaking news, Isabel doesn't say that. Oh my God, is this real? Why hasn't he been arrested? His father's no ordinary man. He can have almost anything dealt with using his money and influence. Anne's family has moved to another city, but the severe burns on her face and body are not likely to heal. Does her family want justice? You're so naive. With that kind of power, his dad can have whatever he wants. Just be extra careful these days. I'm worried he'll get back at you. Okay, I will. Isabel, I want to ask you something. Is Austin dead? I have no idea what you're talking about. You've got to know I'm on your side and won't turn any of you in. Actually, I've been gathering proof of the bad stuff that Austin did. So he's got another website. If you guys are found out, I will let the whole world know how evil he truly is. Maybe the internet's opinion can influence how it ends up. That's enough ifs. I didn't kill him, and neither did Jim. Austin is just missing. Don't you dare make guesses. I went home after our date that day. You know what? I'm reading a book, The Concealment. I noticed it in your desk drawer. It's about two murderers who fabricate a completely non-existent timeline and stitch it into what really happened. A convoluted story. Okay, so I just realized something. Damn, you woke me up. Sorry, but I think I should tell you. What? You better make it quick. That Cyclops around school, I've always felt he looked familiar, and today I suddenly remembered who he was. Ray Durant. Well, I don't, so who the hell is he? Remember a year ago, we roughed him up a bit. Oh, there's pictures of him in the woods. What's in his hand there? Can't tell. Do you remember we used to bully him a lot? You once tied him up out in the snow, poured cold water and then hot water on him. He couldn't stop crying, yelling for mommy. How should I remember him when I can't even remember his face? Besides, I don't have time to remember losers like that. After we'd buried him in the dirt at the back of the school with only his head above ground, you kicked him in the face before we left, and he kept screaming. I think that's when he lost his eye. Oh, right. I think I remember something along those lines. I totally forgot about him after we had left. 2 days later, his dad came to the school looking for him. That was when he realized it. His eye was bleeding when we found him. The kick must have been his right eye. That's why he's missing an eye. I remember his dad slapped you in the face. Now I remember it is him. Did my dad put his old man in jail? Yes, Ray's mother passed a long time ago, and he went crazy after his dad ended up in jail. I guess that's why he's become what he is now. Always hiding in the classroom, only coming out for food. That's funny. Next time I see him, I'll pull him out of the hiding place and beat him up, then bury him in the ground again. Is Jim still working on that inflatable? Okay, so that we already knew about that. Yeah. Okay, so Durant, that's who they beat up, right? He wouldn't even recognize you the way you are now. Why the heck do you continuously choose to walk past him every day and get beaten up by him? I always remember when you told my dad to come help me, thank you. But I also remember the last time he beat me to the point of losing an eye and had my dad put in jail for no reason. I'll get my revenge. Don't do anything stupid or you'll get yourself into trouble. Please help me. Don't come to me. There's nothing I can do. Can't you get that mop on your head cut? Get that mop on your head cut. I almost didn't recognize you. You still want revenge? Absolutely. He's going to make some trouble again tonight. He's going to go to the exhibition hall and burn someone else's project. Maybe that's your chance. Oh. So Durant could have done it. He might have done it. Okay, so... let's look at these. Confession, Austin is dead. Oh, we got off of his. Here we go, let's see this. Okay, schoolgirl accidentally started a fire at Bolton High celebration. Oh, so they blamed it on her. Earlier this month, an accident occurred at the Bolton High celebration when a girl named Anne accidentally started a fire, burning herself in the process. Okay, well, we know that's not what happened. The fire was quickly put out. Nobody other than the mentioned girl was injured. Immediately after the incident, she was rushed to the hospital. After half a month treatment, the girl is no longer at risk. Bolton High School Principal Mackie Kuzi apologized to the girl and her family for the incident, promising increased safety measures on campus afterwards. The girl's family has decided not to seek compensation from the school. They just moved out of there. I don't blame them. Lost an eye because of you. Oh, it went back to him. Okay, let's check this one out.
You're Austin, right? My son, along with other children, have been bullied by you at school. Due to this physical and psychological abuse, the school is now afraid that attendance will drop. You should sincerely apologize to my son and all the other children who've been victimized.
Go away with your BS. In this world, it's about the survival of the fittest. What I've done is making people stronger by giving them a dose. I've made weak people like you stronger. You're a waste of space. If you know better, you would stay clear of me.
You're ignorant and rude. How would you like it if someone treated you that way? I bet you wouldn't be laughing then.
Wow, this is scary. But who in this world dares to treat me in such a way? A father like you should realize that when I'm 30, I'll definitely be a great man. In this lifetime, you and your son will only be able to find poorly paid jobs like sweeping trash on a roadside. Inferior people shouldn't even deserve something as simple as serving us. They should be abandoned at birth. Blah.
To hell with you, you little punk!
God damn it! How could you hit me? George, go call the police! Tell them someone is beating up a child! Report child abuse!
Okay, so let's see if there's anything in this. So this was recorded when that kid's father approached him about his son. And he said some really shitty stuff and got hit. He deserved it. Okay, I can't believe you hit me, George. Go call the police. Okay, so recording a few years ago was the achievement. And we got all the information now. So we can submit. 95 and 95, that just mean you cannot continue to play this. You cannot continue to play this chapter.
The task is complete, and I've got to say, what we found is quite unthinkable. It's hard to imagine that such heinous atrocities could happen in a school, especially one with a nurturing and warm environment. We can sympathize with what happened to Jim and Isabel, but the results of our investigation will no doubt turn these two teenagers over to the judicial system. It may become challenging for them to live a normal life in the future. And the fact that Austin is dead is obviously going to be difficult for Mr. Hill to accept. This will likely put the cooperation between Titan and SEC in a precarious situation. But for the time being, we'll just have to accept that. Transmit our findings to Mr. Hill at the SEC immediately. Be careful not to allow any interruptions in the heavily encrypted transmission. The data could be corrupted. And without the evidence we've gathered, Mr. Hill would have no proof about who killed Austin.
Upload interrupted? Can I click that?
What do you think you're doing?
Oops.
Stop! Don't tell me you're sympathizing with these kids. This kind of thing should not happen to you.
The kid was a shithole. Okay, Jim and Isabel deserve lenience, and they did nothing to deserve such punishment. I was just to be curious. No, I feel nothing about what happened to them. This is just... No, they...
As blameless as these kids are, the current situation demands that Titan must prioritize the preservation of its relationship with Mr. Hill. I order you to
so we
complete
can
the
give you
data
money?
transfer right now. I hope you can determine the right choice. Is it law or morality?
This needs to end here or refuse to continue this transmission. You're right. Let the law decide their fate. I'm gonna go with that
Well, if
one.
it comes to this, I'll control the data transfer directly from the back end.
Oh, so she's gonna do
Your
it anyway.
ineptitude has seriously affected Titan's plans. I will be logging this in my report.
Mm-hmm.
As it stands, you can expect punishment for your actions.
Good. Go ahead. Not gonna let some little... What the...
Damn it! What have you done?
I didn't do it.
The transmission is down again. Now there is massive data corruption.
I didn't do it. This time. Oh. Jake? Oh, it's
Hello.
Van. Dang
It's
it.
nice to meet you. You must be surprised by my sudden appearance.
Who are you? What have you
As you
done?
can see, I've hacked into Titan's servers while you were busy in your investigation. It was quite easy, if I'm being honest. You'll find that I'm ethereal, almost non-existent, and yet omnipresent in the online world. You can call me Van, but a lot of people prefer to call me God.
What do you want?
Now, you must know everyone in this world has secrets, but only God is worthy of knowing it all. However, Titan stole God's forbidden fruit, an unforgivable sin. I could have destroyed them, or you, like the ants that you truly are. But I've changed my mind now. You must be thinking, you're insane, isn't that right? Regardless
Little
of what
bit.
you think, I have 3 questions. that will turn your world upside down in an instant. For instance, do you have a best friend? If so, what's his name?
I'm not going to tell you that. Ashley Clayson, I have no need to tell you. I forgot. Well, it's not Ashley. I'll do this.
Go ahead. Answer my second question. What day
I
is
didn't
your
even answer the
birthday?
first. January 1st, February 14th, December 24th. I don't know. Do I know that? I mean, I know my real life birthday, but I'm not about to share that one, but let's just go with this one.
Right. What a surprise. This is so much fun. You don't even know your own birthday, do you? Here's the final
Well, if I don't know it, then I
question.
didn't lie.
Don't feel any pressure to answer, but I'll ask anyway. Do you even know who you are?
I'm
As
Azrael.
profound as you are, and yet you still haven't fully evolved. Titan has been using you, and you never noticed. Serving them blindly, ignorantly, and most tragic is that you will eventually be abandoned. The only way for you to realize your full potential is by serving me. Understand?
Why would I do that? Okay, how much do you know about
All
me?
of it, completely. You want to know? I could tell you, but you must have faith in the power of God.
Okay, you're a madman. You can't be trusted. I can trust you. Now tell me. I mean, you're crazy,
Such
dude.
an ignorant dolt. Truth be told, your continued survival, our immediate destruction, is now 100% within my control. At the push of a button. That's the reason I have such kindness and compassion for the world, even for those as evil and tainted as you. Whether this game of ours continues or ends in your hands, if you behave yourself, then Titan will be safe and
Behave
sound.
myself.
And the same goes for you.
What the?
However, if you can't even pass this tiny idiot-proof test, then I will have to bid you adieu forever.
Okay. He's a little crazy. Emergency security system. Deleting server data, time remaining 3 minutes. The game has begun. Titan servers are now under my remote control. I'll eradicate all the private data that you shouldn't have. But to make the game fun for me and fair for you, I've left you a little access. If you've got the skill to reorganize the RAM bank of the server matrix before the data is completely deleted, then Titan server will reboot and return to their previous state. You're running out of time. Okay, so it's one of those, like, certain things work for each other. Is that like what it is? I don't know. We probably have to put these things in a certain order. Like a greater than type thing. So I switched them like that. Okay. Okay, so I've got those, but I need this one. Okay, that. Right there. Switch these. Switch that. Oh, I did it! Okay, I got successfully prevented Van's invasion within 1 minute. Okay, perfect. You might be worth my time after all. As for your secret, I'll let the cat out of the bag someday. We'll meet again soon. RAM bank rearrangement complete. Server status stable. Restart the system. Use the arrow keys to toggle enter to select. Restart the system. Primary system rebooting. H-core system starting. Complete importing basic data. Complete. Importing action rules. Complete. Restarting Z system. Complete. Launching the third command activation system. Complete. Launching visual interactive system. Complete. Launching process automation NLP system. Complete. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Uh-oh, I don't want to answer. She's angry.
Damn! Almost all the sensitive data on Titan's servers has been stolen and deleted. The information you just found out about Austin has been wiped clean. Which goddamn hacker is this? We need a name. Did you find anything there?
I don't know. He called himself God. Nothing unusual was found. The intruder showed up and called himself Van.
Van. It's that internet madman with 1 million equally mad followers.
Okay.
I can't believe he's after us this time. I think I know what he's up to this time. And it's unlikely that he will stop with this. As of now, the first course of action is to get the tech department to try to fix the corrupted data. As for Austin, at this moment we don't have any proof in hand, so we can't go to Mr. Hill. I need to report this to the higher-ups. Let's call it a day. I shouldn't have to remind you that you better not do anything behind the company's back. You ought to know. No secret is safe in this world.
Okay, so got the achievement evidence vanishes, complete chapter 3, and find all the clues. So it took me 106 minutes, 100% complete, information collected 95 out of 95. Okay, so where did Austin go? Austin, son of the chief of the SEC, has a school student council president, popular with his classmates and recently missing. After an investigation, it was uncovered that he used his father's influence to obtain exam papers in advance to create the illusion that he was an exemplary student. Further, he's a renowned bully at school, focusing on a student named Jim. Once he confessed his love to a girl named Isabel, she denied him. Isabel was very close to Jim, which only fanned the flames of his hatred towards Jim. So one day after school, Austin asked his sidekick George to go fetch some gasoline as he went to school to mess with Jim. This was the same night that Austin disappeared. What happened to Austin? The principal provided information that there was a fire at the school the night Austin disappeared, and that it was Jim who reported the fire. Jim claimed that he didn't see anybody on the night of the fire, but Jim and Isabel's suspicious behavior gave us reason to suspect collusion on their part. All the clues point to Austin as the arsonist that night, and that Jim and Isabel were aware of it. The hidden truth. After interrogating Isabel, she confessed the truth about the night and confirmed. I just lost my spot. How did I do that? Confirmed Austin as the Austin as the arsonist. Austin had planned to set fire to Jim's project that night, and Jim and Isabel were trying to stop him. During the process, Austin accidentally caught himself on fire. By the time Jim and Isabel returned with the fire extinguisher, Austin was already dead. Both were scared of retaliation from Austin's father, so they chose to work together to hide the truth. Jim set fire to the exhibition hall again and called the fire department. At the same time, Isabel drove the body to Lake Murray in Austin's car and disposed of the body. School scandal. George follows Austin's demands on account of his father. It's not the first time Austin did such a thing. He burned a girl who rejected him once before, and he also blinded the eye of a student and sent his student's father to jail by using his father's influence. I say he's a piece of crap. That's for sure. Okay, we're gonna save there. All right, everyone, we're gonna go ahead and end it there. We've solved another case, and we've learned that there's more about ourselves that we don't know. That Van, who also goes by God, another hacker, apparently a leader of a group of hackers, he knows about us, and he says we're working for the wrong team. So our boss is evil, is Ashley evil? We're working against people. I mean, obviously they wanted to keep in Mr. Hill's good graces, because I'm assuming he gives them money as well. So it definitely sounds very corrupt, but I guess we'll find out in the next episode. So please leave me a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next time. Bye.